Speaking of Japan, I'll be playing that, what's it called? Ghosts of...
Ooh, you see that? He's smooth.
He got you enough times for you to just give in, didn't he?
No, I'll be honest. Do you know how I got onto it?
Yeah.
It was a Sunday, the first week of lockdown.
And it was like the 600th message I had sent you.
It was, yeah. He kept messaging me about it because I asked him to jump on something. He's like, just play Ghost. I'm like, no.
He had sushi in front of him.
Dude, honestly, it was Sunday. My plans went to shit. I had no money. Couldn't go anywhere. I'm like, fuck it. I'll screw it. I'll do it. So I remember putting it to install while I went and did groceries or something and then came back. Ghosts of Tsushima.
Okay.
Okay, what would you like me to rate first?
How much did you play?
I'm probably like 40 hours.
To be fair, I haven't played it, so.
40 did you play it? I thought you played it.
40 hours?
Too expensive for me.
I'm 40 hours and probably a third of the way in through the second act.
Yeah. Are you enjoying it?
What would you like me to critique on?
Let's go.
No,
hang on. The gameplay, the story, the...
Well, Lord Sakai. Let's start with gameplay. Do you like the gameplay? First, how is the fighting?
I think the fighting system, the combat system, is pretty good. Mm-hmm. Okay? The thing is, I drew too many comparisons to it. Okay, this is the problem.
Here it comes.
No. Look, the fighting system, right, is pretty good.
It's very chunky.
It's very, very... the learning curve is very steep, okay? And once you sort of mentally pivot into the next sort of realm of each layer of it, it does get really entertaining.
Is it Soulsy?
No.
No, it's not fighting.
It's like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's like a very much streamlined version of AC without the grind.
But chunkier combat.
The combat, I feel like when you're contacting the sound, everything is just like it. But there's like, how many stances have you unlocked?
4.
Yeah, so you've unlocked them all.
Yeah.
So once you're switching from stance to stance during combat with all the different archetypes, it's rewarding. You're having a blast.
So it's similar to Neo?
Kind of.
With the stance up middle?
Yeah. So each stance is for an archetype. So sword and shield, sword, spear, and then heavies. But even within those archetypes, there's like different types as well. So there's variations of a sword and shield guy.
Yeah, okay.
It's not like all sword and shields are the same.
Yeah.
Then you got like different spear types, different heavy types. And so once
I'll let John give my opinion.
Yeah, okay. No, I just
want the clarification on that part.
Once you're fighting.
Look, I found it very similar to AC. AC was the last one that I played.
Which one?
Origins.
Oh, yeah.
It's the only one I've actually played properly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I found it very similar to that, like as soon as I started getting into it, right? The thing that lets it down for that is the fact that the camera angles of the gameplay are pretty horrendous at some
fixed?
point. No. You have to rotate the camera angle. It doesn't lock on.
There's no lock-on system.
There's no lock-on system.
They've done that on purpose.
It's on purpose, but the problem is that even in tight corners, close-up sort of proximity, the camera angle shifts to a point where you can't, even if it just feels like you're in a constant battle to try and get the guy in view.
The objects are blocking the... Yeah,
exactly.
Gotcha.
So you may be swinging around the camera to see the guy, but there'll be way too many things in your way before you get to that point. So it gets really frustrating on that end. Like I'm sitting there hitting, like I want to parry, and it's just not collecting it. And it's not my fault. It's just there's too much shit in the way.
Yeah.
That's what lets it down.
Yeah.
All right? But as far as the fighting system goes, it is pretty solid. My main issue with the fighting system is the fact that it's trying to combine a samurai with a ninja. Does that make sense? Two totally different types of characters, right? And they're trying to combine both. I get why.
Yeah.
But it's sort of like, well, how am I playing this? Like,
well, I heard that you
that's
have the choice.
That's the point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, like he hasn't played it, and I don't know how far you are into the second act, but the point is it's like the choice of which way do you go.
Yeah. Right. And that becomes a bit like, all right, whatever. Now, graphically, some really nice looking ambient surroundings. The sword play is really good, but there's way too many glitches.
Yeah?
Oh, okay.
Really?
For order comparison, Assassins and Red Dead, I didn't see in the main story. Online, you might have seen a few glitches based on lag, but Red Dead, man, I didn't see any glitches through that whole gameplay, and I told you that. This one, man, they're walking upstairs, and you can see their feet going straight into the gravel as opposed to
okay.
When dude, I'm jumping off a barrier to a ledge, and he's doing the whole slide and grind down a ledge rather than just grab onto something or just drop. There are a lot of it's the most glitchy game I've actually played in a long time, and considering it's at the end of the lifespan of the PS4, it's really surprising.
That's weird. I did not have
not broken.
I had some glitches where people be walking and they just step on a rock and they just something
pretty
like
standard
that.
glitch.
Standard glitch, but nothing like that. Mine was
man,
pretty much flawless.
Considering I play you play a lot of games a lot of the time, like as you'll chop and change titles, whereas me, I'll invest in one, play 80 hours.
Yeah.
So I see it all the way through.
Yeah.
This is the most glitchy game I've played in a long time.
Okay.
A long time. Right? My biggest beef, I know why this guy loves this game. Because it's right up his alley of like the regalness, the piousness, the somber tones.
You don't know which way I went in the end of that game.
I don't care, but this is my point. All right?
Yeah.
As soon as I started playing it, I saw exactly why he bought into it.
How good is the opening, though?
He got a freaking hard on. Yeah, because it's like if they said, let's make a game that appeals to John. Yeah, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have Imperial, feudal Japan. Let's chuck in a few ninjas and some samurai, some horses, la 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 la. Right? And let's put the piousness and the righteousness to the max. Done.
To the
right?
max.
So half the time, like, you're sitting there and it's like, dude, there's a war going on. People are dying. You are a samurai. We do not fight like dogs. Like, dude, just shut up, man. I just killed myself to save you.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there telling me how I have to go my way. Like, no. Shut up, old
You know
man.
what? Sadly, that's what it was like for them.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
But it's just like, give me a break. It's not just there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
every bit of dialogue that you come across. It's like, you are so noble, Lord Sakai. I am indeed, but only because of you. My daughter loves you. She is one to lust after, but I must get back to work. Like, dude, everything is just like a fucking haiku.
Do you know what, though?
Have you been doing the haiku?
Yes, I have been doing
Dude,
it.
that has translated into modern day Japan. It's really sad.
Dude. And then, like, you go into these hot springs to rejuvenate your strength, right?
Yeah.
After you do your meditation.
That's pretty good, though. I think it's very
Yes,
smart.
that's
with
fucking
what they've
neat.
done.
30 hours in, and not a bit of nudity. This is feudal Japan we're talking
Shut
about.
ass.
Not a geisha in sight, but there's a bare ass of men flanging around. I'm like, are you for real? We've saved so many virgin maidens and not a single bit of nudity or sex. Like, this is ridiculous.
The plight of Tsushima is more important.
I must find the article. Now, this is my biggest beef, all right?
I thought that was it.
No. This is the one that takes the cake, and it's enough to... so many times I've put it... I've said, no, you know what? I can't be bothered anymore if it's more of this shit.
Yeah.
Right? And besides a predictable plot, I already know what's going to happen. All right? I can already tell you, because the first big twist of betrayal, you can see a million miles away.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
And you know what's coming in the second act, and I can just see the third one now, right? Like, I've already know what's happening, okay? The coolest character is the Mongolian warlord. He's the best.
He's all right.
He's the best.
All right.
He's the most real guy. He's like, just bow to me, I'll make everything happen for you. That's it. We will crush everyone out there. Don't even bother. Like, seriously, he's a legend. Now, my one big beef, right, is he said it's not as grindy as AC.
It's not.
I beg to differ. Okay,
Nah, man.
listen. It's not as grindy, but the tasks themselves are as tedious. This is where the tediousness. This is where it bothers me. All right, I'm happy to just lose myself and just sort of go right. And like, I liked Red Dead as a form of comparison because Red Dead really took you into the world and everything was. You had to interact with everything to the point where you had to immerse yourself, like the horse. Yeah, that horse. You're talking to it constantly, you're patting it, you're feeding it, you're brushing it.
Yep.
You gain a bond, right, with that horse. So if anything ever happened to that horse, you felt you're going to die. How many times I want to stab my horse? I'm calling for it in Ghost. Then all of a sudden, it just appears. I'm like, what the fuck? Where were you 20 minutes ago? Right? And it's just, it's a utility. They should never have given you a horse for the whole thing. They should just let you use any horse anytime, anywhere. Right?
Yeah.
Because there is no interaction with it. You don't feed it. It's just this thing, right? Forget the glitches aside. Now, this is my thing that really irks me, and I've just invested too much now to just back off. I'm past, nearly halfway, 30 plus hours, nearly 40.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck. Look, I've overdone it. I should have picked something else to invest in because this is just killing me now. I've got to go forward. Like, There's no way known. There's no turning back.
Yeah.
We're past the point of no return. This is what annoys me, and I know he would have gotten a kick out of it, but I fucking hate it. All right? It's not grindy because you can get a lot of loot and upgrades relatively easily.
Yeah.
Right? If you follow the path. But when you want to talk about predictable, it's like, okay, we hear some villagers are getting raped out in, whatever. Osaka, let's go down there. So you go down to Osaka. You go to a house. It's been bashed in. There's some woman crying on the ground. What's wrong? Oh, the Mongols were here. They've taken my horse. Okay, let's go find your horse. But first, we have to save my son. All right, where's your son? He's in the next village, but that's been attacked by Mongols. Okay, so you get to the next village, take out the Mongols. The son's been moved along.
Oh, I think I know this one.
No, they're all like that,
No,
man.
they're not.
Hang on, let me finish. Hang on. You go find the son. It's like, oh, Lord Sakai, you're my hero. Like, that's great, man. Like, can we go get the horse now? I have diarrhea. Okay. No, it's like,
He is talking out of his ass.
it's like, I have diarrhea. All right, let's cure the diarrhea. Let's go get the seeds. Sweet. Let's go find the pond with the seeds. There's Mongols there. You kill the Mongols. You take the seeds. You bring them back to the guy. You make the thing. Sweet. You take the guy now. You go find the horse. You go to find the horse. My horse has diarrhea. No, my God. Are you for real? Seriously?
Fuck off, that's what happens.
That's not a mission. That's not a
telling
mission.
you.
Every mission.
I'm telling you. That is to live. Oh, dude, would I lie? What have I got to gain by lying? I invited my friends down.
He's gone.
I'm serious, dickhead. Every mission.
Nah, man.
Nah. Every mission is like.
Majority missions.
My son's been kidnapped. My horse is gone. Okay. And then you get there. It's like, well, the son's dead, but the horse is dead. And, well, there's a long-lost daughter there as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And then someone's sick. He's got diarrhea. Like,
I mean, a lot of the mission, well, there's some mission, I don't remember a specific mission like that.
I can tell you right now.
A lot of the missions, there's tears.
You're shaking your head, man. I don't know. Would I lie to you? I'm being serious. Would I lie to you?
Do you have tissues in here?
Yeah. Would I lie to you? Are you seriously crying? Why would I lie to you, man? I'm telling you. And then the standard betrayal crap. Some idiot, dude, like they just rope you along, and it's literally some.
I just can't imagine that's a quest.
It's not a
No
quest.
way.
It's not a
You
quest.
go to save someone's son, then it turns into some guy having diarrhea. Fix it. Go and save the horse, then the horse has diarrhea. There's no way.
It becomes so daisy chain like that. It's just too predictable.
Nah, man.
You get to a house. Oh, my husband was here, but they've kidnapped him. All right, so you go find the husband. Oh, I had our son with me. Let's go find him as well. Then the son's dead, but then you've got to get back the magical cape that the grandfather left. Look, what are you on
There
about,
are some
man?
missions where, like,
Can we just get to the end?
like they'll get you to go find a son or somebody, and you go there and everyone's dead because, like, it's showing
just,
the reality
dude,
of a war.
It's just
it's not
daisy
all
chained.
happy endings.
It's just daisy chained too predictably.
I don't know,
and it's
man.
rinse and repeat for a lot of these.
There
man.
are a lot of quests where you got to go.
And it's just like,
Check up on
and that's the
stuff.
sad part, man. Where it's just you get to a point where it's like, I can't be fucked. Like I've just done this. Like, you know, Lord Masako needs your help on the event. Like, that was just there. Like, why am I going back?
Maybe you're not optimizing your route
Oh,
in
dude,
which the way you travel.
when I started learning how to fast travel and discover shit, I was getting through it quick.
Have you gotten to the point where the strongholds have reopened?
No.
Okay, that was one thing that griped me a lot because you got to, you know how you release the towns and the villages, like
Yeah.
to release a stronghold in that area,
Yeah.
and then like stuff, it shows you what's in the area, like all the little stuff.
Oh, and the fact that all the villages were getting reattacked.
Then they get reattacked.
Yeah, I started doing that.
That griped me a little
Yeah,
bit.
they-
But I enjoyed it because it's like you're
fine.
liberating.
You're
It's like
going
the
back.
outpost for like
Yeah,
AC, like
look,
something like that.
And that's the thing, dude. Like Red Dead, man. One thing I didn't do in Red Dead was like all the trophies regarding like, you know, discovering wildlife, discovering plants, making all the recipes. I couldn't be bothered, right? Could not be stuffed. But I would have spent over 100 hours on that game easy.
Yeah.
And not one point during the story did I feel like it was labored. Every part was just mesmerizing, man. Whether it was the view, the journey to get to the mission, what you were actually doing. Sure, there might have been a few filler missions in there somewhere. You know, I don't remember them all because I haven't played it for 2 years. But at not one point did I feel like, oh my God, like really? Sometimes
Maybe you were training too much of them one after another. Have you been doing like the forbidden, like the
yeah,
legends?
I've been trying to mix it up.
Okay.
But it just, some points I'm just like, I cannot be stuffed. Like to the point where I just started changing up how I was playing just to vary it a bit just because I couldn't be bothered. And then I'm like, nah, I can't be stuffed. Then you go into some camps, they got eagles for the first time, yeah? Eagles. They just spot you like, what? How can an eagle set an alarm off? What do you mean? It's an eagle. It's nowhere near anyone. How is this setting an alarm off? Get stuffed. Like, I just couldn't be bothered, man. I'm dangerously close to saying I can't be bothered, especially because I know just how predictable it has been so far.
Will you tell me, how do you think it's going to end?
But the whole game,
Yeah.
I reckon the old man turns on you. It's a betrayal.
Okay.
I reckon
I'm not going to tell you yes or no, but okay,
I'm
that's
telling you,
interesting.
I reckon there's going to be an even bigger betrayal. I reckon that Lady Massacre, like, probably turns on you as well at some point. So far, you're just basically making a band of merry men to like take out the big dog. Yeah,
You're pretty much getting your allies from people who
You've
are
already
like
had
leftovers.
one major betrayal, which I saw a mile away.
So you know Massacre, you know who her husband is?
No.
You know the very first guy that dies at the start of the game?
Yeah.
When he spits on him that's her husband.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she's like what's left over. You'll be surprised about that story.
Okay. So look, there are some interesting stories in there. There are some really touching stories, you know, and you do get lost in it. But the rinse and repeat daisy chaining of some of these missions are just like, give me a break, man. Like, come on. I just did this 2Ks over. Like, why am I going through the same shit again? And there's just not enough variation.
So give us a final score. Or do you want to break it down into like gameplay, sound?
Sound is incredible.
Yeah.
Good soundtrack.
I've heard, yeah,
good soundtrack, good combat sound, all that sort of shit. It is good. It's
What do you like graphics-wise, what do you think?
Glitches aside,
Yeah.
I think it can be really pretty, but it spends too much time in the dark, sort of rainy.
Yeah, I've seen that.
You know what I mean? Depending where you are on the map, it goes to like when the sun comes out, it looks really picturesque, but then all of a sudden it's rainy again.
So do you have your flute?
Yeah.
Do you use it?
To navigate,
No.
what?
So with your flute, you can actually change the weather.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So with your
I
flute,
shouldn't have to use a flute to change the weather.
so
What is feudal Japan always raining?
so you know those little cricket chimes?
What is this?
Actually, the weather is determined by your actions.
What does that mean?
What are you mostly fighting as?
What do you mean?
Do you fight mostly stealth or face-to-face combat?
I usually go stealth and then jump into face to face.
Yes. So mostly stealth reacts to dark weather.
All right, done. I'm going head first into everything from now on. I don't care.
No, but you can change it once you unlock the crickets. You know those little crickets. You unlock all those, and then you start unlocking weather through your flute, and then you can just have it sunny all the time.
Oh my god. See what I mean? It's just I have to get a magical flute.
You're not killing
It's
deer, right?
intuitive,
Are
at
you
least.
killing deer?
No.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to kill
I
the
know.
deer.
I killed one and they said this is frowned upon. What do you mean?
Every time you say
kill
that,
deer actually.
Every time you say that, I'm expecting you to say, "What do you mean the bank's out of money?"
It's Sullivan. I've got enough cash for the 3 customers.
Deer are royalty, man.
I know. It's just, look, man, gameplay wise, it is a good game, all right, and I will see it through. It's just the gravitas behind every bit of dialogue, everything, man. It's like, that's the thing. All the old men are like, you're a samurai. We have honor. It's like, scumbag, we're dying right now. People are getting raped and killed in the streets.
There's more things important than that,
Do you
Tim.
think I care about your, majesty? Like, I just rescued you from a castle. You couldn't get yourself out of behind bars. I've just rescued your ass, and you're sitting there telling me that we have to be better than this? Kiss my ass, man. I've wanted to yell at the TV so many times, man. You have no idea. No idea.
You pulling something up? So final score while you think things?
I give it a 9.
9?
Yeah. But then I think the glitches might have something to do with the console, because I played it on a Pro. He played it on the OG.
Interesting.
So I'm wondering if because like same with Cyberpunk, I didn't have many problems at all on the Pro. There was, but then it became troublesome. Whereas they were saying people that played it on the original was just like a mess.
Yeah.
Hot mess.
Okay, look, it's not broken to the point unplayable, all right? It's just irritating. Because so many times I'll lose a feud or something, or get spotted. It's like, and the AI, man, is ridiculously dumb, man. The AI is ridiculous. You hide in a patch of grass with a blade of grass about 2 centimeters taller than the top of your head.
But that's video games.
That's
all
standard.
video games
It's
are
like,
like,
give me a break, man.
all
Like,
games
really?
are like that.
They didn't see me come out and slash this guy to death.
That's pretty
But you're not
standard.
The eagle flying above me 4Ks away, just, it spots me. Sets off the alarms. Look, this is a homing eagle.
The grass thing is super standard. I think that's industry standard out there.
And it's just
when I was talking about the grind, I was talking about the fact like you didn't like it in Red Dead how like there's movements for everything.
Mm-hmm.
AC for me, like when you're picking up flowers in Red Dead, it shows him kneeling down to pick it up. In AC, same thing when you go to do your movements for your resources, there's movements, all that. In this, you just ride over it and you press a button, it just collects it.
That's one thing I did like.
I love it.
Yeah.
You can just ride past and then just...
And that's what I'm used to. That's what
Which is good.
Yeah.
But again, it makes it more Dynasty Warriors than it does Red Dead, man. And then you lose the immersion factor. You do, man. Like, it's just more hack and slash at that point.
If they're going to add it, then they need to make it a quick animation.
Yeah.
And that's what I didn't like about Red Dead. It took for fucking ever.
Dude, I don't doubt
Did you finish that?
No.
Oh.
But Red Dead, see, this
I
is the
crashed
thing.
twice in a row.
Dude,
I gave up.
the thing that I liked about Red Dead was that because of that, it forced you to get immersed into the world a lot more.
Yeah.
So then when there was a gunfight and it was a pure, like, bullets flying, people dying, it felt so
true.
crazy.
Although Strawberry was really weird for me. I still can't get past the fact I started the game, go to save some guy in a town, we literally kill the entire town. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Dude, like, one of the last big shoot-offs before you go rogue in that one, as in rogue as in the last stanza. Yeah. One of the big shoot-offs, which is like a rescue job or something. I can't remember what it was. It's sort of like another like army of everyone, against everyone. That is so chaotic. And I still remember when I first played it, I was praying that I had a save game file so I could go back to it and play it again. It's just because of all, like I said, that immersion, that whole picking up flowers and all that sort of crap. All of a sudden, there's like just red everywhere. There's smoke. There's people on horses. You're losing your mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas, look, all up, man, Ghost is a good game. I'm not saying it's not, but it's just, I know why you would be beating off over it, and I know why I'm finding it infuriating.
Give me a number.
High 8?
Okay, that's still really good.
That's still very
For
good.
how you're speaking about it. I expected like a 6 out of you or something.
No.
I mean, pretty much everybody wanted that. That was essentially the unofficial game of the year last year.
Yeah.
But I think Sekiro got it, or was that the year before?
No. Oh, no, that was the year before.
So what was last year? It was something dumb. Oh, The Last of Us 2. Later Malaki.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I never played either of them.
Neither.
Yeah. Save $120.
Really?
Yeah.
Everyone loved it.
Those are the same people on Twitter. Pretty much.
Ellie's my hero.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck
She turned into a lesbian in part 2 and everyone loves her.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I heard, yeah.
Yeah. No, like, I mean, it's because he loves Red Dead, and they're two completely different games. I'll put it more in the world of AC, but it's still, with AC, it's completely different as well.
Yeah.
I just find it was a good game. There's no samurai games out there at all.
No, but
Not recently.
That's the problem, though.
Yeah.
It becomes more ninja-like than samurai.
No,
Neo.
but it doesn't. It's how you play it.
Neo Samurai.
I would do the same thing. I would go in stealth and then basically, but I'll go from case to case depending how I felt.
But that's what I'm saying. Right now, I'm only not even a third of the way in, and I'm overdoing the stealth thing because it's just boring as hell. And that's what happened with AC,
yeah.
and that's what happened with
I just find it's better just to go to make noise, man.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
Because you can play it. A lot
just
of reviewers.
because it just got boring, man.
Yeah,
it's just like, I'm sick of. I'm hiding in reeds.
The only time I don't even bother with that. The only time I'll pull out like the ninja
get the
stuff.
bonus.
Yeah, to the bonus maybe, but you don't even need that because you're doing enough side missions to do that.
No.
I would go not like sneaky, but I would pull out the sneaky attacks.
You right?
Yeah.
It's just if like too many people were rushing me and I just pull out the shuriken, the blades, just to disorient them. Or if there's like a heavy that I couldn't be bothered with, I'd throw like the black bomb at them.
Yeah, or something.
And that's it. But I mostly we kept going for the jewels.
Yeah, I love the jewels. The jewels are fun.
Once you unlock, because you unlock you can see how there's the armors that you still need to unlock. Once you get that last one, you can do because I think at the moment you can maybe, at that point there, you can maybe take on a max of 3 people in your opening jewels in a area.
No. I can take on 3, plus I picked up, let's go with the sunnies. I picked up that bonus amulet, charm thing. Yeah. I can add an extra 2, so it's like 5 opening back.
Once you get that armor, which is the last one, I think you can do 9. And it's just crazy, because it's ridiculous. Like, it's crazy. Yeah,
it's fun. Like, that's cool, but yeah.
There's a lot of nice elements to it.
I'll be honest, I've hammered the shit out of it over lockdown the last couple of weeks, but I was back in the gym last night for the first time in a year and a half. I'm not going to let a video game overrun that now. Like, I've got to put the work in. Yeah. Speaking of which, I thought, seriously, man, I thought I was going to die. Yeah. It's so bad. It's so bad. I've never been this unfit. Ever.
Yeah, I feel the same, don't worry.
Yeah, but you threw out a gym when you moved.
True. To be fair, like, the reason I did it was because we moved next to a gym. Like, the park is an open gym where I live.
What, just the bars? In the middle of winter?
No, it's got like a body weight gym, so you use your own body weight.
Yeah. It's just like horizontal bars and like.
No,
rings.
they've got like bench and all that shit.
You do realise we're in July next week. It's like 4 degrees outside.
No, it's great. I love it.
What are you joking?
Just like his cold therapy.
I run really hot, man.
Do you still do cold therapy?
No.
What are you talking about?
Remember he goes, he loves the cold showers.
Yeah, I love. Oh, that therapy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a cold fan.
You still do cold showers?
Oh, fucking oath.
I gave it a go. I did it for 2 weeks and then I stopped.
Did you feel better?
I did actually.
Meanwhile, in Ghost of Tsushima, it's like these blistering hot springs in the middle of nowhere.
It does good for your skin too.
Yeah, it does actually.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand that game.
What?
In the middle of war, and all of a sudden there's like a hot spring, and he's got his gear off in like a second. He's like, It's like, dude, the horses are getting raped next door. Like, what are you doing?
I've noticed a reoccurring theme with you, Dim. You're not just movie. I've noticed it in video games. I don't know what other industries and whatever. I think you take things a little bit too literally in these industries.
Me?
Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Coming from you.
I think so.
Coming from you.
Yes.
All right, man. He's the most literal person on the planet.
Literally?
Can't suspend disbelief for a second, and now he's telling me I'm being too literal.
I can differentiate that. Yes, this is a video game.
Do you know why he's defending it? Because this is feudal Japan. It's in his zone. This is what he's been creaming over for years.
I have been waiting for this. I used to play the Wave the Samurai?
I don't know. Tenchu, the best game ever.
I never played that.
Oh, did you call yourself a gamer?
I didn't
It's one of the few games I'd still play to this day.
Tenchu 1 is one of the best games.
Yeah.
Remember that fat guy at the start?
Yeah.
Oh,
that guy, yeah.
I'm going to bring it up.
The one where he waddles out.
That's got to be here, man. Tenchu, PS1.
It was an intro. It was the intro, basically.
No, it was first level boss.
Wasn't it the intro theme? Oh, yeah, no, it was the intro to the first boss, right.
Yeah. Hang on, we'll just get to the last. If we fast forward, I reckon he's probably going to be there.
And he's got that whiny voice.
Yeah, hang on. This guy, hang on. Oh, on the money, man. Hang on, everyone.
That's not my phone.
It's mine.
Can you please put it on vibrate? Turn off vibrate? Thank you.
Dude, this was the best game ever.
Oh, amazing.
It was one of my first games on PS1.
Yeah. Thinking about it, it's actually pretty advanced, the fact that you could use the hook.
Help me, somebody! Your bodyguards are dead. And you are next.
Die! Easiest boss in the game.
My money! Your greed sickens me. I hope your death is a lesson to others.
Best voice acting ever.
Outstanding.
So a lot of people were
Outstanding.
a lot of people were bagging Ghost because they said, how dare an American company try and make a Japanese video game?
Yeah.
And Japan came out and said, no, we love it.
Yeah.
They've done a very good job.
They're like, they captured the essence of...
Yeah.
It's good, but there aren't enough naked women, man. There are no naked women.
In other news...
5 hours in. In other news...
In other news...
Dun, 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 dun.
I know we don't often speak about cryptocurrency, but some pretty cool things have happened over the last couple of weeks. You guys will find interesting. No. Apart from the market stuff.
It crashed.
El Salvador
Oh, here we go.
president, made Bitcoin legal tender.
What? You can pay for milk?
You can pay for anything the fuck you want.
How can you use Bitcoin to pay for milk?
So all vendors who want to accept it can accept it, and then what they can do is go to the government and say, hey, this guy paid $2 in Bitcoin. Can I trade you that for fiat? Like dollar value?
So what? El Salvador's
stocking the fuck up.
They're going to have literally a bank of...
They have a separate reserve, banking reserve, that purely will do the transactions for small businesses that want to take Bitcoin to encourage economy. And you can go and transfer.
Is that because the inflation's gone high in El Salvador and now a loaf of bread costs $900?
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
And they don't think that the MS-13 know how to use Bitcoin.
Well,
literally, man.
Backing that, they also came out a week later and said that they have an active volcano nearby. And
El Salvador?
Yes. Yeah.
I'll look this
I know. I was interested to find this out too. They want to harness volcanic power to mine Bitcoin. And they want to encourage all the people from China, because China's been on this bandwagon of banning Bitcoin in every possible scenario that they can.
Yeah, because they want to control the money that's coming
exactly.
in and out. Yeah,
and so that's what's been crashing the market. And they said, everyone from China who's been mining the fuck out of Bitcoin, start heading down to El Salvador, because once we get the power of the volcano and we can harness it into energy, go nuts.
Okay, I need to ask a question. When you say mining for Bitcoin,
yes,
what does it actually mean?
You're using GPU power to generate hashes, and those hashes are creating Bitcoin basically, or mining for it, so to speak.
So it's about computer power.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
that's all it is.
It's a lot of electricity. It drains the fuck out of electricity.
Okay, so what they need is electricity. They need to harness something that generates power to make computer codes.
Correct.
So
or to crack computer codes, basically.
Are you saying that we could actually solve the Earth's global warming by just banning Bitcoin?
No.
We both looked at him.
Because you just said it's a crap ton of heat.
Yeah, it is, but we've had problems before this. So.
Okay, dude, I still can't wrap my head around it. It's not money. It's literally a computer code.
It's what people value as money.
Exactly.
And that's the same as what a dollar is.
I don't understand how it's cracked up overnight to become this massive...
Well, it's not overnight. It's been around since 2005 or something.
Yeah, it has, but I'm saying it's gone viral to the point of mainstream in the last couple of years.
And it's kind of sad because the idea behind Bitcoin is it's for the people. It's meant to be away from centralized banks, governments, stuff like that. It's a way for people to get back their money. We don't have to pay taxes if we don't want to. We don't have to put it into super if we don't want to. It's full control over your money and it's protected.
But doesn't it work that, say you buy it at $10, all right? Yeah. It's just purely example. Mm-hmm. And it goes up to $20.
Yes.
Now, you sell that to somebody.
Yep.
They buy it at $20. Mm-hmm. And then it goes up to $50. Mm-hmm. Then they sell it to someone at $50.
Yeah.
Essentially, it just keeps going up, and someone's always buying it at a higher price. So isn't someone always getting shafted?
Yeah. It sounds like a pyramid scheme.
It's the same as stock. No, I mean, it's stock, so prices go up and down. Like you said, the market's crashed recently. People can sell...
Yeah, but it just sounds like a pyramid scheme of 2020. Someone's always going to lose out. And it's just codes, man.
It is, but it's more than codes. It's cryptography. And, I'm learning that now, doing my boot camp. It's insanely powerful. It's really, really powerful shit. It really is. It's hard to grasp what the hell's actually happening, but, it's a whole nother level of, that's the future. I can't deny that has to be the future. I just don't see how the dollar won't be inflated to the point where it's just, that's it. I mean, look, countries are doing it now. There's countries around the world that you can't do anything with your dollar. You just can't. So, I don't know.
There's reasons for that. But then say, one crypto costs $10, mm-hmm. and you go to the 7-Eleven in El Salvador.
Yep.
And you want to buy a carton of milk that only costs $2.
Yes.
Are you handing over a 10?
No, not at all. So they work in
such a salesman.
0.0000000.
He's going to do that.
Not Haverbrook.
I have a question for you too, seeing as you're an ex-car salesman. But yeah, okay.
So they work in like, I think
He's an ex-car salesman. He's a used car salesman.
Do the mats come with the car, or do they cost?
Cost.
They do cost. Is that true, or are you still trying to stay in the game?
No, it's true. They actually don't come as a standard.
And I like
in the
that
car.
crap. Why would they willingly throw out 180 bucks?
We are entitled. Every salesperson was told you can give them for free as part of the deal. Yeah, the sweetener with a full tank of fuel.
Yeah.
Whatever reason, people are like, why am I buying a car without a full tank of fuel, but they're throwing it in as a kicker? Kicker?
They
Is
give
it
it to you
premium?
on fumes? They give it to you on flat. I mean, it's like it's in the street. It's yours.
We've done it before.
What do you mean?
We've done it before. Like the person will be like, I want a cheaper price. I don't care about the fuel. And we're like, are you sure? Because you're going to get about 1k down the road and then just stop. And they're like, I don't care. Yeah, I'll do it. So we did it.
Did we bring a jerry can from home? Yeah, pours it, spills it all in his boot, you know?
I told you how we bought the thing, bought the car. And we're sitting there, he's like, I'm going to throw in the mat and and naturally, of course, naturally. And you're like, what else? Keep going.
It's like putty and stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
Rust proofing. Keys. How you going to start it? He's charging him for the locksmith, man.
Oh, man. Sorry to interrupt.
Nevertheless. Okay.
Well, yeah. So
So how does it work?
so there's 0
Okay,
point.
wait a second. So what about, let me just quickly cut off. But there's 1,000 versions of crypto.
Yes.
So then what's the difference?
Because Bitcoin's the original. That's like Australian dollar. Think of it that way.
Okay.
So that's the original, right? And then each company that, like, let's say, for example, PayPal, they can create their own coin with an amount, and that amount then needs to be mined over time, and you can slowly get them over time. So there's a value linked to it. So I think someone was saying that with Bitcoin, the reason why it works is because it's going to take like 2,000 years or something to mine it all. So you can never have a cap. Like, no one's ever going to own all the Bitcoin. It's just not possible. It just won't happen.
But when you say mine, you're just creating numbers.
Yeah.
So what's all? There is no all.
Well, there's a limit on them
How?
because there's a known limit. Like, the person who made it created a limit. And I think it's like 250 million coins.
Okay.
Well, with the volcano, maybe El Salvador get them all.
Probably not. I think they said even with
So,
volcano.
actually, are they minting coins or not?
Think of it that way, yeah.
No. Because when you say mining for Bitcoin
Yeah.
or whatever, is it literally like, 5 Bangladeshi kids with a canary in a cage?
No.
in the depths?
No.
The bird is dead. Run! This bird died of natural causes. Back in the hole! No, but like, I don't understand.
It's, they call it mining, I guess, is because it's the closest thing that people can, like, relate to.
Yes, but people normally relate mining to the 7 dwarfs living with a single white woman.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Actually, what's the definition of mining? Look it up. No, serious.
A pickaxe in a quarry.
I want to see. I've never known if it's legitimately validated as a mining
Okay. The pickaxe.
in a quarry. Specifically a quarry.
Exactly, a quarry.
Go mining definition of mining. Define.
The quarry. Such a dickhead.
I suppose if it doesn't have...
The process of or industry of obtaining coal or other minerals from a mine.
Well, see, I don't know how
has
they
that got to
relate
do
to it.
with-
Yeah, I don't know how they relate to
It's
it.
probably just, like you said, the easiest thing to relate
Okay,
to.
so-
but I
yeah.
suppose, because there's nothing really backing it, that's why they probably never take it seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, what's back in the dollar? Isn't it oil? It used to be gold. Isn't it oil now after World War One or World War Two? It wasn't it? They changed it from gold
I thought
to
it was still
oil.
gold. Wasn't it gold in the
No.
reserves?
It was gold because I think the UK used to be the leading currency pre-World War One because they had the gold backing it, and then I think after World War One or after World War Two, I think then America took it over and basically now it's backed by oil.
If it's oil, we're fucked.
Okay, so no matter how many miners, it still takes 10 minutes to mine one Bitcoin at 600 seconds. All else being equal, will take 72,000 gigawatts of power to mine a Bitcoin.
So why bother with 10,000 computers? Just do one. It's going to take the same time. 10 minutes.
You can't.
Why?
One computer isn't enough.
I just don't. I physically can't understand. Bill Maher had the best explanation of it.
Oh, the one you linked.
Yeah, tell me you watched it.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
perfect, man, because it just made sense.
It made sense in a way that it doesn't make sense to someone who doesn't understand it.
Okay, so Bitcoin mining is the process by which new Bitcoins are entered into circulation, but also a critical component of the maintenance and development of the blockchain ledger. What?
Blockchain is just the technology they use to mint, to mine.
But is there a physical coin? Of
No.
any kind?
No,
So
not
what
at
is
all.
it? Just a code in a computer?
Yeah. It's like think of it as a puzzle. People are cracking the puzzles to unlock these Bitcoins. Think of it that way. But you need basically a supercomputer to crack the puzzle. Like at home, you can set up your computer to mine Bitcoin if you wanted tomorrow.
Yeah.
You won't get fuck all out of it because you don't have the technology or the parts to do it. People have entire rigs of 40, 50 graphics cards just running. That's the problem. That's where the electricity consumption comes in because they're constantly going at 100%.
Yeah.
Those things are loud. They're fucking hot. You need a freezer to cool them down. And that's the issue everyone's having with it. It's it's generating too much power.
Okay, you never actually answered the question about the Coke in El Salvador.
Coke?
Oh, no, in 7-Eleven. El Salvador.
Oh, right. So the way Bitcoin works, right? So the guy who created it, Satoshi Nakamoto, the alias, it's named those zeros at the end of a cent, for example, like $1 and a cent. They're called sats or satoshis, just named after him to make it easy. So it's 0. And then it starts with the sats. So 0.0000. I think it's about 10 zeros in total. So the bottom end will be your 1 cent value, quote unquote, 1 cent. And then it goes up from that number. So to get to the 1, each one of those needs to tick over to a 9 and then onto the next 0, 9, next 0. Think of standard math stuff, right? So each one of those is called a sat. And if you have say 0.00001, that might be equivalent to whatever, Bitcoin's trading at the time, 1 cent. So you trade, 0.8 zeros and 1 0 sats of a Bitcoin. It's kind of like cents. You just think of it that way. Or one part. So it'd be 1/110th of 1 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And you just trade it to the person. See you later. Thanks very
I
much.
got a question. It's like the American dollar.
Yeah.
American dollar, American currency flies anywhere in the world. Okay? Anywhere. When I was in Cambodia, when I was in Vietnam, they started giving me change in US dollar. As in, I was using US dollars, and they were giving me change in local currency, which is worth fuck all.
Yeah.
In Cambodia, I didn't use any of the local currency. I was using just US dollar the entire time. It was cheaper than using local currency, right? So that's we know that the strength of the US dollar is unparamount. Now, with the crypto, seeing as it's all digital and blah 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 blah, how do we know it's just not going to get destabilized in a heartbeat? I mean, you saw what happened with Musk. All he did was say that Dogecoin was a joke, and then the whole thing crashed.
Yeah.
So then how do you know that's just not going to get derailed?
Look, we say crash, but I mean, think of it this way. This time last year, Bitcoin was worth $3,000 or something, $2.5 grand. It was trading at 60,000 when Musk was tweeting that shit. It was due for correction. It was way overdue. It was doing too well. It wasn't supposed to go that high. It wasn't supposed to go that high.
But it's something that, let's say, millennials are really taking on, right? It's like something, your old man is going to look into. Do you know what I mean? it just shakes it off. Now, this is my point, okay? We all know the engine of millennials is run by social media trends, by whatever's in vogue, la la la. You saw what happened with Ronaldo and that bottle of Coke the other day. It was the best!
$5 billion.
And then everyone else has been doing it now.
Dude, $5 billion in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And he took down Coke.
Yeah.
Literally, Coke owns the sun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They are literally the gods of enterprise. And he took them down just by taking a bottle of... This is Ronaldo. He's a soccer player at the end of his career.
Yeah.
$5 billion. Done. How do we know that more as influence, as the social media influence and the power of the internet and all that sort of shit gets more and more, how do we know this is going to create an even more unstable playing field for
Well,
crypto?
it's like you just said. I mean, they can literally do the same thing right now about the dollar.
No, they won't.
They have, and they are.
Who?
Oh, go check it out. Celebrities are getting on crypto hard.
Who?
I was speaking to Bill about it the other day.
This is the last person.
A lot of rappers. heaps of rappers, and rappers are very influential. Like, people, dumb fucks follow rappers, right? Like, let's be honest.
I thought of this lyric. Your bitch, you got potential, and I'm so influential.
Dude, Soulja Boy came out of nowhere. He's like, fucking crypto.
He created his own crypto.
Yeah.
Soulja Boy created his own crypto.
He has been shilling, like, just go and invest your money into this.
Soulja Boy created a console, a gaming console, which was just a ROM unit.
Yeah.
People were making it out like he's taking on Sony. Like, I was arguing with so many people on the internet.
They were like, bye Nintendo and shit.
Didn't he get copyrighted or taken to court?
It was
just,
But it was like, dude, I was arguing with so many people on the internet when that happened, because, like, he's taking on Xbox. I'm like,
that was your first mistake
it's
there.
piracy, man.
Yeah.
It's not, he's not
Look, I know Soulja Boy has been talking a lot about it. A lot of female celebrities, I can't remember their name.
Just
Little Uzi came out and he's...
Yeah, but these dudes aren't going to last, man. They're like, they've hit the pinnacle. Like, that's it.
It doesn't matter. They have followers, and that's what matters.
While we're talking about rappers,
who spoke about Musk, man? Like, Musk's been a genius for a long time, and now suddenly he comes out, and then Anonymous comes out, and they're like, nah, you can't do that. You shouldn't be talking shit about crypto and, upping and downing the like, it's people doing it. It's not him. Just because he said it doesn't mean you follow it. But if he turned around tomorrow and said, put all your dollars into crypto, they'd do it.
I love how Anonymous are trying to be the police on what you can and can't do.
This is what annoys me, yeah?
Yeah.
Everyone can get on the bandwagon of this anti-agenda, anti-corporate, anti-blah, blah, blah, anti-regulation thing, yeah? Like, they're not followers just, buying the next can of Coke or the last Happy Meal at Macca's, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're...
While tweeting that from their mobile phones.
Yeah. End of the
Eating
day,
at Macca's,
if someone just shuts down Facebook, they're all going to cry, and they're going to be scared and lonely and wet in their beds.
Because these aren't adults, that's right.
They're not. They're children.
Adults, yeah.
They are man-childs, right, and people that never grew up, and they're living this suspended disbelief, this suspended reality, like you said, right? And they think that it's going to lead to some sort of like utopia where no one works. It's like, no, people still need to wipe the shit in the toilets at the hotel.
That's what I've been saying.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it just annoys me because they think it's the way of the future because it's going to unstabilize the world government and blah, 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 blah. It's like, dude, you're going to sit at home until you realize you run out of chips.
Guess what? The government runs the electricity plants that keep you on your computer. You realize that, yeah?
They're not privatized companies.
Yeah.
Let me chuck some names out here. The Hemsworth brothers.
Okay.
Eric Banner.
Mm-hmm. Eric Banner. Eric Banner. What a guy.
Michael Keaton? The old guy?
What, Batman?
No, not Keaton. Keaton. That old guy from Neighbours, I think? Michael Keaton.
Oh, do you mean the guy from the castle?
With the... Yeah!
Oh, I thought the...
Yeah, he's in it. Margaret Robbie? Margot?
Well, these are all Aussies.
Yeah, but that's
these are Aussies.
This is your first mistake there. Why do you care what celebrities are doing?
Al should. Because people are stupid like that.
Yeah.
And it affects what I'm doing.
So don't reinforce it.
I'm not reinforcing. I'm telling people to get a fucking brain.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that they can easily do the same thing instead of crypto, which is essentially what they're doing. If you're putting money in crypto, you're using your dollar to do it.
Yeah, of course.
So that's exactly what they're doing. They're saying, forego your dollar value because it's bullshit and put it in crypto.
It's not.
That's what they're saying.
It's not. It won't last, man. Like, I honestly don't think it'll last.
I don't think the dollar will last either.
I think there might be a more streamlined version of EFT sort of monetization, but I don't think all these variants of crypto are going to be the ones to take over that, man. The fact that Soulja Boy can create a crypto and promote it makes no sense whatsoever.
Look at last week.
Dude, can you look at Soulja Boy's face and honestly say, I'm going to invest in him? He's going to be my financial stability.
Well, last week, I think it was midweek, Tuesday to Thursday, there was a major outage in Australia, nationwide. I don't know if you noticed that. Nobody...
A what?
There was a major outage. I don't know if it was internet or if it was the banks, but nobody could use their cards for 3 days.
Yep.
And guess what they had to use?
Crypto.
No.
What?
Cash.
Yeah, that shit doesn't exist.
Cash. And believe it or not, that was the only way you could conduct transactions for 3 days. That's how it was. Yeah. You couldn't do anything. So, I mean, yes, it's all nice and nifty to...
Nowadays, we all know that cash rules.
Kim Kardashian?
Get the money, dollar bill, y'all. That's why it's time to enter the 36th Wu-Tang Financial.
So it's all about
At Wu-Tang Financial, we'll work with you to devise the best plan for you and your fam.
I mean, Smith Barney, bunch of bitches. Every time parties and shit. You gotta know how to jack this shit. You gotta play this game rough, you know what I mean? In, out, boom, grab, bonk. You need to diversify your bonds, nigga. Blowing up. You about to go to war? Invest in some nuclear bombs. This ain't trading places, nigga. This is real fucking life. Protect your goddamn neck. Alright? Wu-Tang Financial. It's the place for you and your kids.
All of our trusted consultants are here to meet your needs.
Unfortunately, the old dirty bastard couldn't make it today, but he sent his regards.
So call us. Because at the end of the day, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
That's where I'm investing my money, man.
Now, whether, like, you know, you've seen all these attacks going on worldwide in America, in UK, whatever. I don't know if that was like a cyber, you know, an attack here in Australia, and it basically brought a lot of the infrastructure down for 3 days straight, just like that.
Yeah.
They're not letting on whether it was or not. Mm-hmm. But I think there was some minor stuff leading up to it in the last month or two here in Australia.
Yeah.
So then I'm just saying, like, you know, at the end of the day, yes, it's all nice to have, you know, your online stuff and this and that, crypto and whatever.
Well,
but
crypto's stored locally. It's not stored online.
yes, but what I'm getting at is you can't hand it over. Over accounts.
Unless there's an EMP blast that takes out all electronic devices.
Well, who knows whatever the Red Army's got up their sleeve.
Well, if the Red Army's invading, I don't think dollars are going to do anything.
Hey, man, Russia uses American dollar.
Look, I'm at
they do.
I'm at the point now where, like, I'm
Vietnam does?
50-50 on it still.
No, you're not. You're invested.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. 50%, 50% dollars.
$17.80 in his pocket and $20 in crypto. I just don't see it as being feasible, man. Like, it just doesn't make sense. And that doesn't make me old or out of touch. It's just like, yeah, nah.
Some people just like to be able to, you know,
People like
to be able
things.
to roll in their cash.
People love tangible, physical things.
But
man.
you could sell your crypto and just get cash.
Yeah, probably.
But that's what I'm saying. The crypto always has a cash balance, a cash value. That's what you're not sort of. That's what I understand. It's a code on a computer.
It's not run by dollar value, though. That's the thing. It's its own separate entity.
Look, I don't gamble. The only gambling I do is when I eat out at Indian. But, like, that's not enough
Taste of Taj.
That's not enough to make me
This is spicy.
to invest my current cash into something that's just so, like, it just...
It just seems too flimsy, man.
Not flimsy, just at the moment it just seems too...
Nah.
What's the word?
If Soldier Boy can be a stakeholder, then nah, man. Like,
So, all right, look at it this way. Look at it this way. So they have an equivalent of USD, right? So it's USDT, they call it. And that's a stable, they call it a stable coin. It never moves from $1. That mimics the US dollar, right? So the worst you'd get is 99.99999, right?
Yeah.
So it's dollar for dollar value. The reason why I like it is because when you do like a loan or a stake or something like that where you develop interest, the same as what you would in a bank, how much does your bank give you in interest, right? As an example.
yeah,
1% or some shit,
whatever,
right? 1.2%.
Yeah.
On average, you get 5 to 7% with US dollar. That's the US dollar. I'm not talking about some weird crypto Bitcoin shit. I'm saying that if you had converted your dollar into a US dollar and put it on your crypto wallet, for example, locally, you'd still generate that amount. Why people wouldn't do that, I don't know. There's no risk in it,
Yeah. I don't know.
is all I'm saying.
Anyway, whatever.
Would you change bank? Would you change bank if a bank said to you, look, same shit, we won't do anything different, but it will give you 7% interest a year instead of your 1% that you're currently getting? You wouldn't move bank?
Is it some weird code on a computer?
You'd have to do anything.
Then what do I sell?
You can download an app on your phone,
So how do I pay for shit?
just tap.
You know what the funny part is? I love how all the New World Order conspiracy theorists are probably backing this crypto shit. They're like, the government wants to create a one world currency and blah, blah, blah. That's what crypto is.
Well, it's plenty. There's like thousands of them.
Yeah, but it's all running on the same sort of...
No, they're not.
But what's the point of it?
They're running on different... The thing is called blockchain. They run on their own little blockchain. Or they can share. They can share Bitcoin's one or whatever, but they run on their own sort of thing. I know, it's confusing. I know it is.
It's just ridiculous, man. It's just like, we don't like these rules. Life's too hard. This one seems easier. Let's just take that.
It's just more rewarding. It's not so much easier. It's actually fucking hard to do. I think that's the reason why a lot of people are turned off it. Because it is kind of complicated. But it's rewarding.
It sounds like the pyramid scheme of the new millennium.
Oh, for sure. Look, I won't lie. Years ago when I tried to get into
it, only took an hour to get him to say that.
Hour to get full circle and admit what we already knew.
3 to 4 years ago. Yeah. But I mean, you can invest in a company on the stocks and they just go under straight away.
I choose not to.
You just threw yourself under the bus.
Yeah. What?
So,
moving on.